She left me for a better man. Now she's begging me to take her back. You ever love someone so deeply that you start planning your entire life around them? I did, for 4 years. I gave her everything, my time, my loyalty, my heart. But then one day, she looked at me and said, "My family doesn't think you're enough." She left me for a man with more money, more connections, more status. But 2 years later, she's watching me, thriving, successful, loved by someone who never once made me feel like I had earned her love. And suddenly, she went back in. But let me take you back to where it all began. I met Emily during the last year of university. We bumped into each other at a bookstore, literally. She dropped a copy of The Alchemist, and I picked it up. We laughed, exchanged names, and the rest felt like fate. Our first date was at a hole-in-the-wall ramen spot near campus. We talked for hours. She said she liked the way I listened. I liked the way she made everything feel lighter. For the next 4 years, we built a world together. Sunday morning pancakes, movie nights with bad rom-coms, study dates that turned into all-night conversations. We were the couple everyone thought would make it. But behind the smiles, something started to shift. It started subtly. Her parents began inviting her to family dinners without me. Then came the comments. "Don't you think you should be dating someone more established? He's sweet, but can he really provide for your future?" I overheard them once, talking in the kitchen when I came to pick her up. Emily laughed it off, said they were just old-fashioned, that she loved me, and that's all that mattered. I wanted to believe her, so I worked harder, took freelance gigs, saved every penny, started building my own business from scratch, thinking if I just proved myself, they'd finally accept me. But some people, they don't want you to rise. They want to watch you stay beneath them. It was a rainy Tuesday. We were supposed to go see her favorite band. Instead, she sat me down, eyes dry, voice calm. "I think we should take a break." I asked her why. She looked away, said she needed space, said she wasn't sure anymore. 2 weeks later, I saw the photos. Her, smiling. With him, Ryan, the guy her parents introduced her to. He had a luxury car, owned a chain of dental clinics. Perfect on paper. Exactly the kind of guy her parents always wanted for her. I was shattered. The first few months after the breakup were hell. I stopped eating, couldn't sleep, deleted all our pictures, only to stare at an empty gallery and cry. Friends tried to help, but I pushed everyone away. I felt like I wasn't enough. Not good enough for her. Not good enough for anyone. But rock bottom has a funny way of waking you up. One morning, I looked at myself in the mirror and said, enough. I had given so much to someone who didn't see my worth. It was time I started seeing it for myself. I moved out of the city, started focusing on the business I once put on the back burner, poured my pain into passion, launched my own tech consulting agency. The first 6 months were rough, but slowly clients came in. Then came the team. Then the first major deal. I met Clara at a business conference. Smart, fierce, the kind of woman who didn't care where I came from, only who I was. She didn't need me to prove anything. She loved me for the man I had become. She showed up at my office. I hadn't seen her in 2 years. She looked different, tired, desperate. "Can we talk? I miss the way you loved me." I asked her, "Or do you miss the way I used to love you?" Because now, that love didn't exist anymore. It died the day she chose status over sincerity. She cried, said she was sorry, begged for another chance. But I told her, "I'm not the man I was 2 years ago. And you? You're not the woman I thought you were." Then I walked away. I wish I could say I didn't feel anything, but I did. Not anger, not revenge, just peace. I realized I didn't need closure from her because I'd already closed that chapter myself. I had someone waiting at home, someone who saw my worth from day one. If you're listening to this and you've been betrayed, I want you to hear me when I say this. You are not less. You are not replaceable. You are not defined by someone else's inability to recognize your value. People who leave when you're at your lowest don't deserve to stand beside you at your highest. To Emily, thank you for leaving, because your absence made room for someone better. To anyone watching this, don't chase people who can't see your worth. Chase your peace. Chase your growth. Chase the life that's waiting for you beyond the pain. I promise you, that life is worth it.